Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 180. It is Monday morning, and we are just leaving home. I'm a few minutes later than I'd like to be right now, and just heading to the office. This morning, it is 74 degrees outside, and looks like pretty hazy skies, but looks like a nice day, light breeze. So all that's good. Yesterday was a pretty decent day, actually. Made some okay money, made like $1,000 yesterday. Didn't go too far from home. Played slots, played poker, played online. So overall, a pretty good day. I mean, if I could have every day be like that, would be unbelievable. So right now, heading to the office. We have some meetings. We have people calling me here. Let me get this call. I'll be right back. As I was saying, we have a bunch of meetings and stuff going on today, which is good. I mean, it's nice to stay in touch with everybody and everyone to see you working hard and all that kind of stuff. Today we had 4 meetings. One of them canceled, so we have 3 left. I'll take care of 2 of them this morning. Then we will head to the casino, and then we'll have our team meeting this afternoon, then back to the casino. Tomorrow is another one of those days where everyone's required, you have to be inside, they lock the doors on. I don't understand it, man. I really don't. Why would you do that to grown adults? Wednesday, no meetings. Thursday, are you kidding me? We got 5 meetings, 6 meetings, and is this the week? There's a week coming up, either like, I don't know if it's this week or next week, where everyone's required all 5 days in the office. Now, you know that's not going to fly with me. I don't know how we're going to get around that, but everyone needs to be there every day. That can't be good. So there might be some sick time coming up or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. But there's no way. I'm not doing that. Yeah, other than that, everything is good. Can't really think of anything else going on. So you're all caught up right now, and I'll come back and update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and just leaving the office, 10:30, and indeed, this is the week that we have to be in the office all 5 days this week. So that's a big problem. We're going to have to use some vacation time or some sick time because that ain't happening. And they're like, well, they're going to be watching your badge swipes. Okay, well, I don't care about that. I can make that look like anything I want. The thing I care about is my team will be there all day and I won't be, and that's a problem. So we're going to have to figure out how to do this. I don't know. I'll talk to my manager tomorrow, and I'm going to say, look, I don't want to do this. What can I do? Can I take half a day off on Thursday and Friday? Maybe be here Wednesday, and then do that, and then get out of it so I can travel at least. I have no idea. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. I did do some online play. I'm down about $100 right now, but it's still early. But we'll see what happens with that. Just want to get up to even at this point with that. I play usually anyway, I play very conservatively. Just try to turn the money over and make a profit, 5, 10, 15%, and get out of there. So hopefully that works out. But right now, it's a very cloudy day, 81 degrees outside, and we're heading to the casino and hopefully have some good news for you here shortly. I'll be back. Alright, guys, I am back, and yeah, it was pretty quiet in there. I did find some place, not a lot of exciting action or anything like that, but we did make money, and actually we made decent money. And you know, most of the time we're making 50, 25, minus 50, but lately the last couple of days have been pretty decent. And I know I'm going to be reminded probably this afternoon why I hate this place, but as for right now, we're actually doing pretty well. Ended up playing probably 4 plays and ended my session ahead $363, which is really good we can get this online stuff into positive territory, I'll be really happy. Still, I played it on the way to the casino. I'm only about $70 away from even at this point. And then we'll probably be playing some Pot Limit Omaha as well. So that'll be good. Right now we're going to head to the office, and it's actually earlier than expected. We're going to get to the office before my teammates even go on lunch. So we can really take our time if we want to, but there's just nothing else in there to get. Number of machines is smaller. The new machine they put in is never going to be in range. It would basically just be a waste of time to be in there. So better be in the office, get some work done, be seen, all that kind of stuff, get my hours in, let people see me hanging around. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So far so good, I guess. Not very exciting or anything, but so far so good. Oh, I did want to make a note. I noticed this morning, and let me see if it's still there, that oil had dropped quite a bit. It was like, had gone from 90 to 83. Looks like it's still hanging around there, so maybe there's some good news going on the war front. Hopefully, nobody wants war. Nobody. We want everybody to be safe and secure and be able to have a good life and, you know, have prosperity. So for everybody's good, hopefully this ends real soon. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Let's head back to the office, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. It is 3:30, and we are just leaving the office. We're going to head back to the casino, try to make some money. Yeah, it looks like this week is the week that we all have to be in the office for the entire week. So, racking my brain here trying to figure out how to make this work, and I have some ideas. Tomorrow I was planning on being in the office no matter what, so there's nothing to worry about there, right? Then Wednesday, what I'm thinking about doing is maybe tomorrow after work, taking a 4-hour drive, and then working all night tomorrow, coming back to work Wednesday morning, spending the day in the office, and then doing my normal Wednesday routine, or Tuesday routine on Wednesday, which is basically leaving for lunch and then leaving at the end of the day. It'll be a very long, tiring day. Thursday, we have a meeting for everyone, and what I'm thinking on Thursday, that meeting is in the morning, and it takes pretty much the whole morning up. I'm thinking coming in the morning, and then when that meeting starts, slip out the back door before the meeting starts. And then you have a choice of either being physically in the meeting or at your desk in the meeting. And of course, they're going to think I'm at the other one, whichever one they're in. So I can be gone until about lunch. So from morning till about lunch, I can be out of the office Thursday, and then be back Thursday afternoon to finish out the day, and then back to the casino. And then Friday, I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle it yet, but we're going to take it one step at a time. We'll still get some gambling time in. We'll still be able to make some money. We can't stop doing that, but we'll do it in a way that makes sense. Also, as a backup, of course, you know, last week I broke a tooth and had to go to the dentist and all that stuff. And of course, I've got a picture of the broken tooth and all that stuff, and I do have dental appointments set up for August to get the actual final crown put on, so I can use that information to slip out for a few hours, so I'm not stuck in the office the whole time. Which means, for example, if I did that in the morning on Friday, I could work overnight Thursday night to Friday. If I did it in the afternoon on Friday, I could drive until about 5 p.m. instead of being in the office, and then play. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to use all that. But right now, today, Monday, normal day. Tomorrow's a normal day, so we'll figure things out from there. So right now, heading back to the casino, heavy traffic, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and went in there and actually found a few things to play, but it was rough going a lot of the time. I was up as much as $10, $20, down as much as 100, but not really finding anything substantial. Finally, and actually part of the reason I was down was because there's a new game, and I heard what the entry point was, and I didn't believe it because I thought it will never get to that point. Well, I think that number was reasonable. Maybe it was still a little high, but it was reasonable, and that's where I lost some money. But I was only down about $20 when I left that machine. So I'm walking around, and I go by the high limit, and there's a guy playing a $25 a spin play, and it's pretty much right there. But I know this game, and I know pretty much right there means it could be 300 or 400 spins at $25, and I would not have played it at that exact level that he had it. But I thought, if it goes up just a little bit, I could probably split it with somebody. So I called a friend of mine, and he wasn't available because he had a family emergency. But then I thought, I've got enough to play it. I will just play it myself. It's reasonable. It's not ridiculous. If it gets up just a little bit, I'll go ahead and play it. I walk around a little bit more. I thought, I make one more lap, come back to it. I see someone hit a gigantic jackpot, like practically six figures on a play, which is not an actual chaseable play, but he got lucky. And I kept walking, found another play, ended up, now I'm down like $13. Come back, and the guy had just hit that big play, and it paid so badly. It paid $186. So I'm glad I didn't get involved with that one. That could have cost a couple $1,000s. So anyway, now I was completely done, and I took one more lap. I did find one more play, and actually it was really good. People were sitting at that machine earlier. I'm trying to remember. I think it was almost $6 a spin, and I played that one. It hit pretty quickly. It didn't pay that much, but it did hit pretty quickly, and I ended my session ahead, $72. So we'll take that. Plus 72, plus 363 earlier, whatever, $430, $435. That's not bad for staying local and working, and it's cash, so. And then I did finish up my play online, ended up slightly ahead, like ever so slightly. I forget the amount, like $10 or $20, and I ended up cashing that one out. I have some bigger plays coming up in the next week or so online as well. And right now we're going to head toward home. We're going to do some segments here in just a second. All right, welcome back to the 1776 countdown, where I count down the top 1,776 reasons why I love the United States of America. And we started off with some different documents, the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and then we moved into the first 5 states. I want to pivot just a little bit. We talked about a lot of the parks and things in the first 5 states. I don't want to hit you guys with a bunch of technical things all at the same time. That's why I split up the Bill of Rights from the rest of the Constitution, and why I'm splitting up the states. But I do want to cover a non-state and some territories, and we're going to start with Washington, D.C. So Washington, D.C., known as the swamp, because it was a swamp, right? It's, talk about hot, man. When you go to visit there, it's amazing where it is on the map and how warm it is there all the time. In the summertime, how warm it is. And, of course, it's not a state. You know that. I think it was part of, I don't want to get it wrong, Delaware or Virginia. I want to say Virginia. Man, I feel stupid not remembering that at this moment. But it's a district. It's separate from the other states. They wanted it to be separate on purpose, and it was created by the United States Constitution in 1790 to serve as the nation's capital. So D.C. stands for District of Columbia, and it's really weird because it was named after George Washington, but it was named in honor of Christopher Columbus. Kind of weird. And of course, no representation there in Congress. So the residents they elect a non-voting delegate to the House, and they have no senators. And that's why when you go to Washington, D.C., you'll see their license plates will sometimes say taxation without representation. But it was never meant to be like a place where everyone's living like a state. It was meant to be for government, and that's the reason why it's like that. The White House has been home to every president except George Washington. So starting John Adams in 1800. And some of the high points there, man, is like the Smithsonian Institute. There's so many different museums, beautiful museums, amazing things that are there. The National Mall, which attracts millions and millions of people a year. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but specifically like the Washington Monument. It's the tallest structure. Well, at the time that it was built, it was the tallest structure in the world, if you could believe that. 1884, it was 555 feet tall, and I've got a cop behind me, so I'm going to get out of the way here. And one of the most beautiful things about Washington, D.C. is the cherry blossoms, and they were gifted to our country by Japan in 1912, and there's actually more than 3,000 cherry trees and the cherry blossom festivals and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. And the city is home to all three branches of our government, which you guys know what that is, right? The executive, the White House, the legislative, the Capitol buildings, or the Capitol, and the judicial, which is the Supreme Court. I just want to go over just a few of the things that you're going to find there. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but the National Mall, which is where all these monuments and museums are near there, or on the National Mall. Lincoln Memorial, of course, is one of the most recognizable of all. Washington Monument, Jefferson Memorial, the Tidal Basin, the Rock Creek Park, World War II Memorial, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and some of these people didn't have memorials for a long time. It was really sad. The Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, and of course the U.S. Capitol grounds. And I've mentioned before, and some of you know me and have heard about this, that I actually have a flag that flew in front of the Capitol a week before the 2016 election. And I have that flag. I actually flew it in front of my house for a week after the election, and then I had it put in a case, and it's just beautiful. So, and you guys can request flags from your house member, I believe. That's what I did. We actually kind of knew this guy a little bit, and I requested it from his office. And I don't remember if they charge you for shipping or not, but if they charge you, it's like almost nothing. But it's just a great service that they do for people with that. So that is a little bit of information about Washington, D.C. All right, guys, we're moving on here. We're heading toward home. We're going to get some fuel, so we're all ready to go for tomorrow. And that should carry us through Wednesday, wherever we go, whenever we go. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we're going to somehow get some more gambling in this week. We can do some other segments here. What did you eat today, MW? Today I had chicken tenders or chicken strips or whatever. They were okay. I actually asked for extra barbecue sauce because they are a little bit dry. They have so much breading on them. They're so dry, but they were pretty good. I give them a 9 on a scale of 2 through Ace. Got the fries, gave it to the bartender. The waitress had them later on. She just saw me a few minutes ago and thanked me for them. And what did I tip? Nothing, as you know. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, I learned about this. This is the week where we have to be in the office all week, and we're going to have to figure out some ways around it. So that's the biggest thing that I learned today. So right now we're going to head home. We're going to relax, enjoy time with the family, have dinner, all that stuff, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.